I delivered the carriage to the Aurora. In the meantime, the caravan has arrived at the port, and the Spartans are already there. I need to meet Anna at the port and plan our takeover of the caravan.
Hi, Artyom. How's it going at the port? No idea? We don't have any info either.
How's it going, Artyom? Did the port gig go okay? Oh, you didn't go there yet.
Go away. It's no place for outsiders.
They're coming!
Here they are! Well, come at me! You won't take us over, you demons! Our faith shields us!
God save us and take pity on us! Avert your anger from us and direct it to the servants of evil! Turn the enemy's evil deeds against his own servants! Fire!
Try again! Come on! You will never triumph while our faith and its holy symbols are with us! God save us and shelter us from the eye of Satan,
And avert his poisonous breath!
cold electricity from us, and shield us from the curse of technology brought about by that breath. Give us strength to carry thy word and thy will,
And by thy will to destroy Satan's minions and his demons, and prevail on the field of battle to sing thy praise! They are gone! The demons are gone! They were dispelled by our true faith! We have passed the test! God is with us!
So the Lord saved us! Hooray!
Don't shoot, please! I don't know anything. He was just a game, like any other. But one of them assholes just had to cheat. And he did pull first. And before I could even say anything, they all opened up. And they all went crazy. I could do nothing. Nothing, I'm telling you. I'm no liar. Boba will vouch for me. It's just don't shoot. What do I do now? What do I do? Wait, who is this? Did Khalifa send him? Could Boba be taking the dough for himself? No, what do I do now? What do I do? I hope he don't shoot me. The bartender is supposed to leave. The bartender always leaves, yes? Yeah, he won't shoot me. No way he would.
Artyom, I see you. Come up here on the crane. They have about 15 guards. 4 at the tugboat ladder, sentries at the pier. Sam will take the right flank. Come in, Sam.
I'm in position. I can see a guard.
Duke is to the left of the hangar. Come in.
Duke in position, ready to take the guard off.
Idiot is on the far crane.
Ready for action. Got a mark on everyone on the pier.
Crest has scouted out the basement.
There's only 2 of them here. Busy repairing something, so... this seems to be the best spot for quiet entry.
Well, Artyom, we're all set. You managed to get out of the church.
Quietly, so let's make this one the same.
Yeah, it's no fun beating up...
Artyom, I see you. Come up here on the crane.
I'm here. You made it. I was worried sick while you were running around in that terminal. Yermak said you brought the sleeper carriage. You are simply the best. Sorry I'm talking so much, but I missed you. Okay, back to business. Damned cough. I guess I spent too much time in that dump. So, they have more guards than we anticipated. It seems risky, but Crest says such caravans are usually commanded by a captain. So if we capture him, the others will surrender. They have about 15 guards. 4 at the tugboat ladder, sentries at the pier. Sam will take the right flank. Come in, Sam.
I'm in position. I can see a guard.
Duke is to the left of the hangar. Come in.
Duke in position, ready to pick the guard off.
Idiot is on the far crane.
Ready for action. Got a mark on everyone on the pier.
Crest has scouted out the basement.
There's only 2 of them here. Busy repairing something, so... this seems to be the best spot for quiet entry.
Well, Artyom, we are all set. You managed to get out of the church quietly, so let's make this one the same.
Yeah, it's no fun beating up immature soldiers like them.
Cut the chatter. All right, Artyom, you're in charge. You call the shots. Okay, well, it's high time we started. So try to get on that tugboat. We'll give you cover. Let's go over the plan one more time. Once the tugboat is in our hands, Sam, Idiot, and I will go back to the Aurora, while Artyom, Duke, and Crest take the boat to the bridge. Good luck, everyone.
Stay in the shadow.
You could climb aboard there. I'll distract them. You get on. Hide here and wait for them to pass.
Hey, we have to check it out. What's the point? Do you have to look for more stuff to do? Well, I sure don't like it, but we gotta check. All right, let's do that. I'll avenge you if you get eaten. Oh, yeah, join the army. Yeah, sure. Just don't shoot my ass, though, okay, you avenging angel? So, are we going to Nizhny this time?
Nah, we'll turn back about 20 clicks from there. Fuck those assholes.
You're talking about the outpost?
Yeah, the last time we were there, those fucking so-called vigilant watchmen made a scene out of our bridge.
Careful, on your left.
Everything was all right while we were unloading the wares, but when the time came to pay up...
Damn assholes.
Well said. So now, even if they offer a crate of ammo for a piece of bread, I don't care. I'd sooner go to Baku than there.
Well, they say it's no
There are
fun
narrow
and games
spaces
over
between the
there either.
cargo. Squeeze through them.
Nobody knows really. Everybody's just lying their asses off. But we know about Nizhny for sure. See the scar? There you have it.
Why do I always get the guard duty? The others
There's a float between the barges. Climb overboard.
It's not tobacco, it's bait.
Even then, I'm not sure. Eight? That's a good one. They don't even bite here. The monster must have eaten all the fish.
You can't eat all the fish. Anyway, move along and quit scaring the fish away with your bullshit. It's high time it started biting.
All right. Eat all you want.
He's gone now. Move on.
So how long are we going to keep sitting on our thumbs here?
Well, Mikhailich is working on it. The generator shuts off all the time.
That's because you should have picked up normal spark plugs, not the shit you got. It sure would have saved us a lot of trouble. Huh?
Well, they aren't so bad.
Huh?
Look how long they
Who goes
lasted. And Ahmed wanted
You
to know
piece
who-
of shit!
There's a float between the barges. Climb overboard.
It's not tobacco, it's bait.
They don't even bite here. That monster must have eaten all the fish.
You can't eat all the fish. Anyway, move along and quit scaring the fish away with your bullshit. It's high time it started biting.
All right. Eat all you want.
Quit scaring the fish.
So how long are we going to keep sitting on our thumbs here?
Well, Mikhailich is working on it. The generator shuts off all the time now.
That's because you should have picked up normal spark plugs, not the shit you got. It sure would have saved us a lot of trouble.
Well, they aren't so bad. Look how long they lasted. And Ahmed wanted 2 more clips from you guys, so... And anyway, what's your problem? Are you in a hurry?
This place gives me the creeps. That monster in the river? This shit is too much.
It's a shame you aren't in Shiboksary.
Why is that?
One of those monsters sunk a barge.
I wonder what's better.
Now
Bullets
that's
flying?
bullshit.
Or dying of boredom
Tell
here?
that to Sergei when you see him.
I'd
always wants to
choose
catch it.
bullets any day.
How? The usual way. You got the boat engine, put the roasted dog on it, tie the rope to a bullet, and then you lift it. So, what happened?
What's the use of just standing around? As if anyone is going to attack.
He just
opened his mouth and swallowed them whole. Bullshit. Fucking right.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I can pay the goods. Take them. You can take the goods. Stay calm. It's us. We don't need your goods. Your tugboat, on the other hand. You can collect it at the bridge if you play your cards right. You got me? Yes, of course. Order your people to stand down and nobody gets hurt. At once!
Hey, listen up, people! This is your skipper. Stand down and surrender at once.
You did the right thing. It's nice to talk to a smart guy for a change. Now go! Great job, Artyom.
Artyom, all of our guys are fine. You did great.
So, you guys ready to set off? Too late if you're not. We have no time to waste.
Good luck, guys. I hope the winds are fair and the waters are smooth. And Artyom, watch it out there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need that luck, all right. Fair winds.
Hurrah! Man your stations, weigh anchor!
We're gonna go about halfway there, then wait in the reeds until about 4 o'clock. We want to get there early in the morning when the fog is the thickest and they're sleepy after the morning prayer. Artyom, it's Duke. You're on final approach. There. See that fire at the very top? That's the control post. What used to be anyway. Now it's a shrine, блять. Closer to God at the top, you see? That's where you have to go. I'll distract the guards now. Hey, you ashore! Catch the line!
Ready! Hey, sailor! What did you do to your barge? What you gonna sell now?
Whoa, you're so funny! Jackass, блядь.
So, Artyom, shall we move? Whoever gets there first wins. Break a leg.
Rip the whole side apart. Head to run the barge ashore.
The Aurora is quietly moving into position. We'll be ready to act on your signal. Roger that, sir. We're on it.
Just like Father Salandius foretold.
Who arrived?
Satan's slaves! It's like you missed the morning sermon.
Well, I didn't.
One day you are going to get sent to fight demons for that.
But it's so early. Just tell me what he said.
All right. A heretic actually arrived right at the ceremony. Our guys rushed over to save the Holy Father, and the heretic killed most of them. They say he wouldn't touch you if you surrendered. He also didn't harm the unarmed folk that just happened to be there. He hasn't lost the last of his humanity, that heretic. Not to mention that Katia and her witch spawn escaped from all the confusion. There's a rumor that people saw her with the heretics.
So you think they might attack?
Who knows? They are heretics. May the Czarfish devour them.
Yeah, they only have murder in their minds. You see, Simon's back. Back? But he and Kirill vowed to eradicate all the demons. You don't just come back after that. Well, ask anyone. They got captured by heathens, but a heretic, one of the new ones, freed them. Old Simon just got cold feet, that's all. All the stories people tell not to go. No, he did not. He came back and made a huge fuss at the church and got his way too. Now we will be praying for that heretic instead of Simon. You got that? Oh, God. For a heretic? It would please God, though. That's Simon. What next? Then he just made the sign of the cross, kissed the altar, and went back to the demons. Yes. What about Kirill? He's the one who's going to do the praying. Father Solantis himself wiped his slate clean. Yes, not everyone is created the same. God save Simon's soul. Don't you worry so much. Well, I just can't... The Four Eyes didn't come back, God save his soul. And he didn't even go out to fight a demon. Well, you know what? Now you don't even know what's worse. It's been a month since anybody returned from a trip to the House of the Fish. As if people return from demon-killing trips a lot. Well, how about I come with you? We'll go together. What do those heretics want here? Don't even think about it. I'll handle this myself.
That's all.
Well, just tell me if you change your mind. Over there on the other side. All right.
Hey, brother. Everyone is looking for a better life. Which is where?
Really? A nice place.
Where we are not. It's not what I meant. Boy, you are dumb.
Well, explain it better. Why is it better where heretics live?
What's the point of explaining it to you? You just stand and look around, and the heretics might be here already.
Where?
Everywhere. Look around. Your eyes are young. And shout if you see anything. Got that?
Yes.
And now the snake has fled with the heretics to do foul magic with their spawn, no doubt.
God Almighty and just, shield us from the touch of evil and the breath of evil. And save our souls.
I'm almost at the goal, and you've got quite a...
Of evil and the breath of evil, and from its temptation, and save our souls the way you saved our lives.
Who's there?
Serve your will
Who is it?
and confirm your power here on earth again, just as you have confirmed it in heaven. And give us strength to triumph over Satan's minions. And
Looks like it was nothing after all.
unworthy.
You be damned, Guardian. You be damned. Filthy witch that you are. Looks like it was nothing. Not that I really wanted something to be here.
Oh, it's fine. But if I could just snack on something, that would be heaven. Really. Just heaven.
What? Who's walking over there?
What? What's there in the passage, brothers?
What in the Lord? nation. And save our souls to save our lives, to serve your will and confirm your power here on earth again, just as you have confirmed it in heaven. And give us strength to triumph over Satan's minions, and punish us should we prove unworthy.
Was always like this. So quiet, peace of love, goodwill
Artyom, I'm almost at the goal. Are you almost down there?
And the skies rained missiles, and the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadows. But our cloister survived, for the faithful reside here. And the Lord in his mercy and wisdom has chosen one among them who goes by the name of Silantia. And so speaketh the Lord, I will be with you, and will keep you safe, provided you are true in your devotion. Provided you reject satanic technology.
We reject!
And even more so, do you reject Satan's deception? That thing they call electric current. The cursed gift the enemy gave to the fools, so that they would fancy themselves above reproach, above God, and more powerful than him. We reject! Amen, my children! For the electric current is Satan's temptation and his poison. Only those who reject electricity will be allowed into the kingdom of God. Only those who remain unsullied by its corruption will be let through by the starfish. Glory to the fish! So let us not fear the heretics and our God, the ones who would attack our cloister. Even with their iron sticks standing before us, stinking of machine oil and shining its heretical light upon us, we will not falter. Let us steel ourselves against them, for this is our hour of glory. Amen! Amen! So let your hands slay the enemy's servants with no rest or mercy. For we carry out the will of our Lord, and it is his retribution and punishment for their sins that our enemies will receive. God Almighty, and all who stand before our face shall scatter like dust in the wind. His will be done! His will be done! For he will devour them body and soul. For one can live, but never get past the starfish.
So you got me, damn heretics. You took Katya, and now you have me.
Damn, you are quick, Artyom. We're just passing through. Let us through peacefully. Our guys won't shoot. We've been easy on you people the whole time, and Katya asked us to take her along herself. Do you get me?
Sure thing. First you kill off the local cutthroats, and then you switch to us. Will you kill elders and children too? Or have you drunk enough blood already? Leave us for good now. God may punish you for your sins, but my responsibility is to tend my flock.
That's a good boy.
Hear me, brothers! Hold your fire! You hear me? I'll excommunicate everyone who shoots! Well, I did all I could. Just don't shoot. And tell the driver to keep it slow. The bridge is in shambles, so don't stop, or the bridge might collapse. You'll have to
Aurora,
jump.
Duke here have reached an agreement. They will let us through if we don't shoot and move slowly. And don't stop. I repeat, do not stop. Over.
Hear you loud and clear, Duke. We're up. All hands, hold your fire until ordered.
Artyom, let's jump! Well, that's a job well done, huh?
They decided to believe that we were not demons and let us pass. Anna was right. We invaded their world, and it's not up to us to destroy it, no matter how stupid it may seem. Electricity is a sin. Is that really worse than the lies we were told in the metro? About how the whole world was dead and there was nowhere to go? Everybody in the tunnels bought that convenient lie. Once we reach Yamantau, we will at least know if that lie was justified, since so far we haven't met any signs of enemy occupation.
Artyom. Artyom. Wake up, dear.
Is he up yet? Artyom, the colonel wants you on the breach. See you later.
Come on, wake up. You did a great job there. We're not home anymore, so we'd all better act like you did. Smoothly. It's not like there's many of us humans left now. So I hope someday we will be able to trust others just because. Because they are people too. Am I bothering you? Sorry, I'm in a philosophical mood today. Stay here for a bit, Artyom. This is great. I wish I could stay like this forever. Artyom, when you climbed those ruins back in Moscow, with your radio, did you imagine our life on the surface at all? A home, for one. A place where we could live. A log cabin on the outskirts of a forest. Or how about a bungalow on an ocean shore? Well, you know, there's something great in simply going anywhere like this. Together. Through the abandoned stations, the ruins, the wasteland. Especially in our own private compartment. Thinking back, isn't this our honeymoon trip? It certainly feels like one, even though it's a bit late. We've only had some honeymoon sorties at best so far. You know, I had a talk with Katya. I'm sitting here recalling that bridge and those people there, and we've been sitting underground for 20 years, and they haven't. So what? These are not the same people who used to build cities, planes, and space rockets. They're just like us in Metro, only even more dejected. They are essentially slaves. For real. They work all day and pray all night, always watched, always directed. Everything is under control. Everything is decided by the community. Well, I mean, Silantius. They don't even have any property. Even their socks belong to the community. They're just entranced with him, with these ridiculous lies about electricity. Of course, not everyone got fooled easily, but if they dare ask questions, they get penance, exorcising an electric demon with prayer and the cross. But that's a death sentence. How is a flashlight dangerous? Or a radio? But no, they shun it all. They hide and keep praying. How can you even make people believe this ridiculous garbage within just a few years? People in general start believing lies surprisingly easily, don't they? As long as those lies are convenient or at least familiar. Take us, in Metro. All right, we haven't met the occupying forces yet. If we disregard that shirt I found on an antenna... Katya and Crest, never met them either. But maybe they are still out there somewhere. And if they are, then they didn't even tell us about them back home. They didn't tell us that the war was still on. They just made us believe that there's no life anywhere outside of Metro. They've been lying to us. Lying non-stop. All this time. Were their intentions good? Perhaps. But the Metro is a castle built on lies. Damn, am I angry. And so far, no matter how far we get, we haven't met a single enemy. Isn't that strange? But Father won't have a word of it. Stay vigilant, be careful, the enemy never sleeps. You know, I love my father. A whole lot, no matter what. But what if everything he's been told is just another layer of lies? I hope we'll find out how deep this rabbit hole is once we get to Yamantau. Well, what do you know? I do feel better now after telling you. Thanks for hearing me out, Artyom. Let's just sit here a little. All right, run along. Dad wanted something.
Started trading with the convicts from Zolotoy? Huh?
Well, that was Zakhar's idea, and Zakhar is the man. He crossed Baikal, alone. We'd sign up to anything he proposes at once. Well, Menshikov, I couldn't care less about.
Aren't you getting too big in your head? You're so cool now that the relay gang is off your case? Don't fall off that high horse.
Go to hell, Dan. All right. I can live with listening to Menshikov if you're so fond of him.
Enough of that shit already. The important part is that Irkut is still around, and you guys are too.
You're right. That is the important part. Well, give my regards to Menshikov. Over and out.
You devil. Over and out.
have we been on the road for? I've been listening to the radio too. And there was not a single transmission about any occupying force. There's so much regular chatter. So many stories. Dad says all those are coded transmissions, that they all have hidden meaning, but why would they be so secretive? Why aren't they using this railroad? Why don't they at least control its key junctions? Why did they not install any roadblocks? If they are even out here. This is the main transport artery, after all. Maybe they are not here at all. Maybe they never came here, or they are already gone. Though, where to? Remember? Neither Katya nor Crest have ever met them. Though we seem to be doing just fine even without them. It's like Middle Ages. That Silentius is treating people like slaves, getting them killed. I can't believe they had it worse without his lies, nonsense, and human sacrifices. And us? We had been living down there for so many years, fighting each other, and nobody even thought you could live outside.
Uncle Dokarev has already set his shop up. Wanna go look? It's so cool. Here, Uncle Artyom.
Ah, hi, Artyom. See my new place? Fit for a king, I must say. What do you think of this workbench, eh? Everything is within reach, yet there's so much space left. Most of the stuff you and the guys found outside and gave to me went into making this workshop happen. So thank you. We'll have to keep pitching in like this too. Looks like we're facing a long journey, and useful things like ammo or equipment don't grow on trees. Plus, the further from Moscow we get, the harder they'll probably be to get. So don't forget to collect all the materials you find to keep us going. There's so many things to do. I haven't decided where I'm going to work on the suits, but I'll have to, and soon. And it's high time we fixed our uniforms. Some of our people are starting to look pretty ragged, you know? Duke's plate carrier won't hold the back plate anymore, and he jokes that he's lucky it's not the front one, or else his toes would be in danger. Regardless, I am turning this little gang back into a real army. Well, that's it. I bragged enough and won't waste any more of your time. The Colonel summoned you. Well, I have stuff to do too. You guys are fast to break gear, but none too expedient to fix it.
Uncle Dokarev! Uncle Dokarev!
What would you like to ask, Nastya?
Uncle Dokarev, do you have a sewing machine?
No, I don't.
But how are you going to fix the suits then?
Well, like everyone else, I take a thread and a needle, and I use a sail stitch.
Wow, cool! Can you teach me?
I sure can, but later. I've got work to do.
Will you let me fix Sam's rifle strap?
Well, sure thing. Oh, but under supervision. Sam is so strict, you know.
Hurrah! And Uncle Sam isn't strict at all. He's kind.
Haha. All right, look here. I'll show you once. Now we do this.
I see.
Yes, and now this way.
Got that.
You have got to be careful here. See?
Yes.
Yes, and now this way.
Got that.
Oh, smoke break. That's good. Oh, this is one mean smoke. Damn, this is rough. Well, nothing we couldn't take. Well, you are the right kind of guys. You, the Colonel, Duke, that guy did a swell job on that bridge. And now he's bragging about it like a child. He is a child, really, no, a child. But he's good. So, yeah, what did I want to say? Yes. Thank you. You people accepted me, and I'm a simple guy. I will pay that debt back, okay? So, how do you like it out here after your tunnels? Freedom, huh? Sure thing. So much space. It feels too empty to me, though. Just reeds and ruins and those damn mutants. Hate them. Phew. Though you guys are gonna see the government, so, bratucha, don't be mad, but just tell me, what the hell do you even need them for? Well, of course, it might be interesting to take a look, but throughout all of my rambling, I only met two kinds of ex-government people. Dead ones and gang leaders. And let me tell you, the latter are much worse than your typical bandit. They just have to make a speech before doing something awful. So what I mean, I didn't really care about the government even before the war, much less now, when everything's long since gone to shit. So what for, really? I'm a simple man, Artyomich. I told I'm with you, that means I'm with you for the long haul. But I'd much rather find a nice place to live at than go see the government. Of course, they could give us luxury bunkers or something. Well, Artyom, you seem cold. Go get warmed up a bit, I'll smoke some more. I've stuff to think about. Or just stay. We have enough space now.
Artyom, come on in, have a seat. Stepan's putting on a live performance here.
So, Artyom, are you up for a jam? Come on, pick the guitar up.
Thank you, Stepan.
I'm sorry to ask, Katya, but Nastya's father, he's dead, isn't he? Does Nastya know?
He is. I tried keeping it a secret. Told her he left for the market. Around 3 days passed, and I still kept it in. I just sat there with a needle in my hand and didn't see anything. It was all black before my eyes. And then she snuggles up to me and says, "You should cry, Ma. You will feel better." Tiee used to say it. So I cried and cried. She knows. She knows it all.
I'm sorry, Katja. I'm so sorry.
Let me tell you how we ended up at the bridge. We used to live in northeast from here. Quite close if you go in a straight line. But it took us a month. Everything's bombed to rubble out there. Yermak asked me and I told him. Tiee used to say there were lots of military factories out there. Not just military, of course. General industry. And now you can't pass through there even with filters. The radiation is so high. No railway either, just crater upon crater. We were quite far, but our counter still went crazy. One route appeared intact. There was nothing to bomb. So we used that one, thinking we'd get further to the west, but of course they did not let us cross the bridge with the diesel. They said it was satanic. They were ready to let us stay if we gave them the diesel to cleanse it. So we stayed. And then we couldn't leave, even if we wanted. That old goat, Father Silentius, brainwashed everyone, so they would just pray and bow non-stop. They broke our diesel down with their bare hands and threw it into the river. Purification. And on top of it, they gave us trouble for not helping them. Tiee went to check what was going on, and there were only locals there, because Silentius at the Skatina had sent our people away to test them. He said that if they wanted to be truly accepted, they had to defeat a demon. Tiee went to stop them. But it was too late. He only found burnt rags. And then they sent him to do the same. He never came back.
Katja, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Well, you really didn't. What's done is done. It kind of got so glum in here. Perhaps you, Stepan, could play us something.
Sure thing.
Stop it already!
Artyom,
Well,
the
what did you
colonel's waiting
expect?
for you on the bridge.
So, what's up with your plate carrier? Tokarev was mad.
It's a long story.
Come on, out with it.
Well, there I am, sitting on a beam, looking at Artyom milling about below.
Oh, you are so full of it. Artyom did most of the work.
That he did, yeah, he did. But you don't have to interrupt my lies. You asked me about the Vest yourselves. Alright, go on. So I see Artyom get to the door, and I think it's time I came down. So I do. But something just holds on to me. What does? How should I know? It's dark, nobody around. But I can't move. And those locals kept going on about Tsar something. So I thought I was in a kind of a bind. So I just unfastened the safety and leapt down. There was that shed down there. The roof was kind of close.
And what about the Tsar?
Oh, blue, the Tsar was huge, scary as shit. And there was this rusty bolt, and my carrier got snagged on it.
Well, you Duke are lucky you already have a nickname.
That's hilarious. And what was next?
Oh, next. Next we jumped that old preacher of theirs. Well, Artyom did most of it. He swooped in like a hawk. Yeah, he's good. While I was clamoring about those beams and fighting that side. Oh, I'm killing myself. Well, he basically solved the whole problem.
True that. Good job, Artyom.
Yeah, you both did well. Crest also.
Sure, he did a swell job distracting those guards. I almost wet my pants with laughter when they started hauling that timber. He's an artist.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You all came out on top of the game.
And that calls for what? A drink. You nailed it. You truly are one of us now, Sam. Will you be joining us?
Nah, not now. I'll have some at dinner.
Well, you'll have to catch up then.
Sure thing. Anyways, we will just have a little as a warm-up now.
Great!
Ah, that's some good stuff.
Hey guys, there's something I've been thinking about. What does everyone expect of this trip?
Personally, I want to come back and tell Sveta of my adventures, so that she'd look at me with her huge gray eyes without blinking and keep saying, "You're such a hero, darling."
So you're expecting heroics and scars. That works.
And why did you come?
Well, my heart is aching for true romance. But in the metro, all women want a solid relationship, a reliable husband, a real provider. Enough of that smug smile. It's unbearable. Not that I've had much better luck here so far. As soon as Katya came aboard, Stepan started cooing around her like a peacock.
You should be happy. Katya is a tough girl. You'd be under her thumb in no time.
That is unlikely. I'm not the kind of man to upstage his friend in a contest for a lady. Especially when that friend promises to break my arm. I'll catch my stroke of luck soon enough. There in Yamantau, women from all over the country have already gathered, waiting for yours truly. How about you, Demir? What made you go?
Well, at first I just went along with you guys, the colonel. But even then I thought, this is my chance to make my dream come true. A chance to see Kazakhstan, my people. But first, we must come back to Moscow, because it isn't fair. People must know that they've put up with enough. They are free. They can live outside now. What do you think about that, idiot?
I'm with you, Demir. Yet, freedom is not so simple. There was this freedom fighter, Che Guevara. He died under 40. Comrade Mao, whose book you've been perusing on the other hand, was a strict ruler but lived a long life.
Well, we should have expected that from you. Weird thing, though, is that you are called idiot.
I know. It's by his own choice. Because he's so fond of Chekhov.
Chekhov too, of course. But it's Dostoevsky for the most part, Sam, my friend.
Sure, I read the book too. It's just that I mix them up a lot. Chekhov wrote about that son of Austerlitz, a wounded officer. Powerful imagery.
You are just killing me. How about you, Uncle Sam? Got dreams?
You know, I just want to ride my board again. Spark a joint up on a beach. Catch that wave.
Deep inside, under a grizzled metro dweller, there's still a relaxed Californian inside me.
Ah, get out of here!
So you know, before Dad talked me into joining the Corps, I used to wear my hair long. He told me they'd make a decent citizen out of the total disappointment that I was, and sent me to college once I was discharged. I joined, and they sent me to the Middle East.
Wow, so do you hope your guys would pick you up? I don't see them around.
Yeah, I don't hold my breath for my guys. Once this mission's over, I'll submit my discharge papers. I'll reach the ocean, and there, find a ship maybe?
Oh yeah, just imagine it. You arrive on that ship, and they go like... Ah, the Russians are coming! You are one of us now. You don't really need to go anywhere.
At least don't put your Ushanka on. They will sink you on sight.
I won't. Though I will take my balalaika with me.
Balalaika.
Well... Who has any expectations for our reception at Yamantau?
Well, your expectations, Alyosha, are quite obvious, huh? Scantily clad junior officer ladies unrolling the red carpet.
Yeah, I'm a simple guy. How about you guys?
Well, I hope they will answer a few questions. For example, if there is not a single American within hundreds of miles from Moscow, save for our friend Samuel here, why stay underground?
I'd put it a bit differently. Did you, dearest High Command gentlemen, know that we in Moscow had to spend 20 years underground?
Huh, by all means, you can ask those while I'm enjoying my briefing with the junior officer ladies, huh?
I don't know. I'm in the mood for a road trip.
Oh, we got ourselves a true traveler here.
Yeah, we will have to live and see.
You are right.
Here's one of my favorites.
Listen, I had a talk with the Ark, and all thanks to Tokarev, he got the decoder working.
Ark, come in. Come in, Ark. Over. This is Ark. Identify yourself. Over. This is Colonel Sviatoslav Myelnikov speaking. I'm in command of a Special Operations Force. We have received your signal and are currently heading your way. Do you copy? Over. Yes, yes. Hear you loud and clear. Who am I talking to? How do I address you? The Deputy Chief of Communications Department, Major Ivanov. A moment. Oh, yes, Major. I understand that the checkup is in order. Great, Colonel. Melnikov? Simply capable. I am sorry for the lack of trust, but, as you know, the situation is dire and the enemy is always ready to strike. I do understand, Major, and I hope that you can tell the leadership that my people are true to their duty and will be at their full disposal as soon as we arrive. Over. Thank you for the great news. How large is your force, Colonel? I have a squad of the best operatives the Special Forces have to offer. A squad? I see. Well, this is great. Great! We aren't a large force, but we bring a message of extreme importance. We are heading towards you from Sector K6 Alpha. Do you have any data on enemy forces we might encounter on the way? Over.
In just a moment, I have to check. K6, Alpha, you say, as far as I can see, there have been no enemy encounters reported in the area, Colonel. I regret. I must end our conversation here, but know that we are waiting for your arrival. I am making my report immediately, and I am sure the Minister of Defense will be eager to see you.
This is a great honor. Thank you. Just a few words more, though. What is the general situation there, Major? Please.
Colonel, sir, you do understand this is classified information. But I do understand you. We are doing fine. Do not worry. Well, see you in the Ark. Over and out.
I serve the people. Over and out.
So, do you get this now, you doubting Thomas? I'm so excited my hands are still shaking. The Minister himself! This is incredible! By the way, Artyom, you should take a look at the map. As you can see, we're heading almost straight for the Yamantau complex. Katya and Crest tell me that the line there is in decent condition. Surprising, really, taking into account the number of priority targets there. So we can hope for smooth sailing from here, and right to the very destination. It's not even that far, but our speed depends on the state of the track. So I think it's going to take us quite some time to get there. So, Yermak, where were we?
You were saying, it's all about results.
Ah, yes. These soft-bellied attitudes must stop. The ends do justify the means.
Well, I don't object. But not all ends can be called just.
Exactly. And this is why I have been waiting for a chance like this for ages.
But of course.
You don't seem to quite grasp the importance, which is unexpected, especially after the news you just heard.
Yes. Well, say there is a government. So what? We spent so many years apart, so why worry now?
Ah, but don't you see? They probably knew nothing about us. With the sheer power of enemy strikes directed at Moscow, they never expected so many of us to survive. And now we get to tell them Moscow still lives. And not only that, it also preserved a functioning civilization. Do you get that? All these years we were fighting a losing battle for mere survival. And now we have a new goal!
And what would that goal be?
You don't get this, do you? The command center should have all of the command and control networks, all the intelligence. They should know where all the nukes hit, have complete fallout maps. They have everything. Information rules the world. And Metro is chock full of people. Put two and two together, we could repopulate the country. Of course, not at once. First, we might have to take the country back. But we'll be doing this under the direction of a real government. People with all the necessary skills. And in the end, we will break out of the underground dead end we are in.
It would be nice, sure. By the way, I meant to ask for some time now. How did you learn about the Yamantau bunker, Colonel? Oh, the information about the Ark project I have is beyond a doubt. I'm saying this as a GRU officer. I have colleagues working there, preparing evacuation plans. So I've been briefed into it officially.
So, now we just have to get there. And we will. We will. The journey won't be easy, though.
We were never looking for an easy way.
Yes. I've been thinking about that for a long time. The Central Industrial District, a priority target. Gautier did confirm my suspicions. The tracks might have survived partially, but the state they're in now is most likely terrible. I think we'll have to fix sections of the track.
I think our people can handle it. Besides, I'm sure there will be sidetracks.
What do you think could have happened in the relatively intact territories in the meantime?
That's a good question. Well, we are going to learn it pretty soon.
Yes. Yes, that we will.
There was another. How did it go? Ha! Here goes.
So, what was it? The Colonel is always right, and we're just filling our heads with dumb ideas. It's like living in a fairy tale. A prince has rescued his princess from a monster-infested dungeon and is taking her to his magic kingdom where they are going to live happily ever after. Do you think we're going to find that kingdom in the end? Though, if it's with you, I'll be fine anywhere. Live happily ever after is the most important part as far as I'm concerned. Do you think that when we come back to Metro, they will believe us? They, who live there, bury their folks there, feed their children with rat meat. I agree with Father when he says it was the only way to preserve civilization. But what do you think they will find easier to believe? That they'd be able to get out to the surface and live there like they once did? Or that they'd spent 20 years underground for nothing, just because secrecy demanded they stay there? Just because they didn't have the fucking security clearance? I simply don't know, Artyom. I only know that even if we ever go back there, and it's a big if, I'm definitely not staying. My home is here. Somewhere on the surface. I just don't know where yet. And thank you, Artyom. No matter what Dad says, thank you for leading us outside. I'm sorry. All right, I'll stop going on. Leaving already? Well, go get them, Tiger.
Here's one of my favorites.
Business for a change, namely the engine status.
Well, hello, my brother in arms. Need a warm-up, huh? Well, by all means, be my guest. I've been thinking here. How did Silantius manage to fool his people so quickly and so thoroughly? Charisma? Animal magnetism? Something in that fate of his? It is a well-known phenomenon, actually. As soon as hard times hit, people's ability to think rationally shuts down. When there's danger, or lack of food, an animal wakes up inside any Homo sapien. That animal, usually safely dormant, rears its head again. And what does that animal need? Not much. A pack, a leader, some food, and an enemy. The animal does not respect complex categories. It prefers a simple, black and white world with no shades of gray. This fact, by the way, was always appreciated by the powers that be. As soon as democracy seems to be leaning in a way that they don't like, bam, they start a war. Or go witch hunting. If you make people feel threatened, they immediately go looking for a strong leader. They're even ready to eat less, only to alleviate the threat. Do you think Silantius, had he not introduced that fate of his, would have stayed in power for long? Of course not. Power needs ideology or religion. They are essentially the same thing. And usually, people don't even want to figure things out. They just want to get rid of anxiety, born from the complete and utter purposelessness of their existence. They also want an easily understandable goal, which they could single-mindedly pursue all their lives to take their minds off thoughts of impending death. Warm enough? All right, let me take it from here.
All right. How much time will it take to refill the water tank from now on?
Around 3 hours if we don't have to clean the filters.
Do we have any spares, just in case?
We do, but not the whole set. Just the rough one. Yes, we fixed it.
A shame. Have we got oil at least?
Are less interested. They are asking important questions. Where are the occupying forces? Why is there just wilderness and people gone wild around? What's stopping the government from restoring the country? What was being done in the last 20 years? Miller believes that we'll get all the answers. He will be pardoned, as well as Anna and I. And we will all return home to the metro.
What's going on ahead? Over.
Everything's abandoned, but the truck is okay. Over.
Roger that. Don't go too fast, and watch out for radiation. Over.
Roger that.
I still can't believe this. We're there. Do you get this? We're finally there. This has been our goal, not for weeks or months, but for 20 years. My whole life. And it was not spent in vain. Now I know it for a fact.
Mama, look. Are we going to live here now?
I don't know. Why?
I don't like this place. It's creepy.
Shh, don't say that.
Over, Colonel. It's getting really hot out here.
Everyone, masks on. Passengers, get inside and button up tight.
Yes, of course. Come on, Nastya.
Change of plans. We're taking the rail car from here. Wait for Artyom and me.
Roger that.
How about me? You've been dreaming to get here for so long, and are now leaving me behind? Am I your daughter or not?
All right, come with us, or else I'll never hear the end of it.
A wise decision.
Yermak, stop the engine. Take the Aurora back to the safe zone and sit tight there.
We do that right now.
Stepan, you're in charge while I'm away. Sir, yes, sir. Great. Let's go. This place. Worse than Moscow.
Yeah, looks like it. See that crater? Wonder what the yield was on that one. Looks like 100 to me. Luck. Your guys used to have 3 and 500 ones too. Well, even 100 seems to have done okay.
Colonel, Yermak here. We're in the safe zone. Radiation nominal. Waiting for your return. Over.
Good. Miller, over and out.
Look at all those cars. Artyom was right. People were coming here from all over the country.
Yes, they were. Nobody came from Moscow, though. Until now.
So much time wasted.
We'll make up for that now. Well, we're almost there.
Oh, this is a bad place. Now, we shouldn't have come here. Really.
Okay, so where's my welcoming committee and red carpet? I don't get this.
Oh, see? Nobody home. How about we go back, huh? Поехали.
Look.
Identify yourself.
Colonel Miller, here to report to the Minister of Defense.
And where are your people, Colonel?
With the train.
It's dangerous outside. Contact them and tell them to take the train into the main airlock for decontamination. Welcome to the Ark, Colonel. Proceed through the tunnel and take the elevator. You'll be met inside.
See? We expected.
Like going underground, but this place, oh, this is completely creeping me out.
Why is it so deserted here? No gun placements, no patrols, not even lookouts.
Why would they need any of that? A nuclear warhead couldn't take it out.
What are the maintenance people thinking, I wonder?
Yeah, this place could use some cleaning at the very least. Sam, idiot, you know what? No need for us all to crowd together. So you two better stay with Frist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you at least prepare a speech? Reporting to the minister is no joke.
Ah, get off my case. I pulled an all-nighter.
Don't you feel like you should say something to Artyom now?
Yes, you were right, Artyom. And I was wrong. Thanks for not giving up. Here goes nothing. Comrade Minister, Commander of the Joint Special Operations Forces, Squadron of the City of Moscow, Colonel Miller, reporting. I would like to request that my people are provided with temporary quarters and supplies, as there are women and children among us. Still, our fighters are in top shape and ready for action.
Women and children? Good. Haven't had those in a while.
Who are you? Where are the others?
Everything is going as planned. Everyone is fine. So far.
So far? I demand a meeting with the Minister of Defense, now!
Do not worry. Everything will be just fine. And even better. The Minister and the Chief himself are expecting you for dinner.
Dinner? What the hell? Are you fucking mocking me?
Shut up! The doctor is talking.
Where is the government answer?
All here, Colonel. All here. We are the government you people deserve.
Don't you dare, you fuck! You're just fucking cannibals!
Calm down. We'll get jaundice like this. And believe me, nobody likes that bitter taste. The girl will have to wait, though. We must run the tests first. I don't like that cough of hers.
Untie my hands, you motherfucker, and I'll shove those tests so far up your ass, you'll be spitting them.
Watch your tone, young lady. Do as that young man does. He woke up long ago, but quietly listens to wise people talk.
You fucker! Let me go!
So, Colonel, now you will pick up the radio and tell the rest of your people on the train to come here. If you don't want her to suffer for a really long time before she is served. Do you understand? And here I was hoping for an intelligent conversation for a change. Alas.
That's not a problem, though, since this nice young man will surely do it instead. He won't dare be contradictory once we're done with you. Well, nice meeting you and all. Yakov, you may start.
I'll get you even after I'm dead.
That may well happen, Colonel. I could choke on you or something. In the meantime, I'll excuse myself.
Come here! I'll rip you all apart! Every last one of you should have done that before the war! But I'll get you now! Burn this up to ashes! So not even them dirty bones remain!
Now we'll be full again. Good.
Artyom! Here. Colonel, sir, I think that's enough.
You, son. But it is not. We have to hit them. But first, we must find Anna.
I'm sorry, I went too far with that elevator.
To hell with it! Pedro, start the main elevator off!
Yes, sir.
Treat for you here.
Just like our old D6. Even the lift is the same, exactly.
True, and quite fortunate. This way, we can hope to find Anna. Still, the complex is huge, and we have 10 minutes at the most. So, we'll have to split up. Sam, you check the filter room, the generator hall, and the storage. Idiot, you come with me to the command center. Artyom, you take the barracks and the sick bay. Let's go!
Your floor, Artyom.
Why did you shoot there? What the fuck? But here! Tasty meat!
Meat has arrived. Now I know it.
Food! Food is hidden!
up there! Look! What is this? Nothing. They can kill me too like this!
Circle it!
I know you're here, pal! And that means you're shit out of luck, eh?
Damn, I'm hit!
fucking rat! Hey, give up! You can't hide forever!
Ah! I haven't been here!
Come on already! Let's get one thing clear. You'll never have a chance anyway.
I hit him now! There you go! Damn, I'm hit!
Come out now! Do you hear? Come out or die!
this, you fucking rat! You bastard! There you go! He's pinned down! Circle him! Hit him down! Cover me! Reload! What? Come on already! Let's get one thing clear. You'll never have a chance anyway. There you go! He's down! Circle him!
He's pinned down! Circle him! Ah, I have his feet here! Oh, he's pinned down! Circle him!
I'm going to find you soon. So come out and hold some power.
There you go!
Artyom, I knew! Behind you!
There is always one like you, a hero. You're not saving anyone, just like the others. So just
Freeze!
Yes.
Let him go!
Don't kill me.
Now!
Remember what I told you. There was an
Enough chatter. Are you all right, Artyom? Thank God. Let's report to the colonel. Dad, it's me. In the sick bay, Artyom found me.
There's an elevator straight down the corridor. It goes right to the command center.
Let's go. Not too fast, though. I need to catch my breath a bit. This whole situation, though. I thought we wouldn't see anything worse than that cult on the Volga. And that Silentius with his damn fanatics. But no. It appears there was still space for growth. We could have got killed there. We almost got eaten here. That bastard. Unbelievable. To think he used to be a doctor. Don't matter. We'll see what happens now. We did survive him, after all.
Bastard! Thank God, Anna. I wouldn't ever forgive myself.
I'm all right.
Who could have known? Who knew these creatures kept eating people for 20 years? Could you imagine that? I'm sorry. Like a greenhorn recruit. The minister was going to see. I even saluted those ghouls. It's so fucking arc. These monsters have been made. Like they watch us in Moscow. Those keep people on the ground.
Alright, but what do we do now?
If I know, no idea. Have you found anything, idiot?
At defense sites, HQs, all the information is outdated. All links are long gone. Still, the ones that light up worked for at least a few years after the war.
What's down there?
It's Caspian 1, a comm center. There's one more just like that in Novosibirsk.
Are you going to drag us to some other bunker
I
now?
don't know, Anna. We have to make the decision together. Did you get everything you could, idiot? We're leaving.
One moment, I'll finish breaking everything here.
Come on, come on!
Okay, all done. I don't think you should have put it like that, Anna. It all worked out this time, didn't it?
It worked out. It really did. My concern is what if next time it doesn't? Of course not. All the more reason to strive and spend more time of what is allotted to me with that guy over there. I've grown attached to him.
That I understand.
Looks like this place is completely over. Time to go find the real government bunker, I guess.
Oh, to think I believed those pricks from Hansa. I believed that Moscow was controlled by the HQ, that we were under occupation, that we were still in war, that there were generals here giving orders. What an idiot, suka!
I will repeat my question. What do we do now?
Could we go back to Moscow? Tell them the truth about the war. The government.
They'll shoot us on approach. And even if we do break through, what can we do against Hansa? Who'd believe us with no proof?
What about going back to Volga? We could live there.
What do we do about the locals? They weren't exactly happy to see us there. Do we kill them all? Is anybody here up for that?
Back in Moscow, Artyom had been dreaming of finding a habitable place and building a colony there. Isn't it time we got to it?
The idea is good. But how do we find the place? Just keep traveling? The Aurora needs an overhaul. What do we do if it breaks down?
Satellites!
What satellites? You want to leave the fucking planet?
There's a satellite communication center on the Caspian Sea. It survived the war.
Oh. And if we gain access to the data collected by the satellites...
We won't have to travel randomly. Radiation level maps, even your regular satellite photos could really help us out here.
That's an idea.
What if there is something worse than cannibals there?
Could well be. But first, we're going to be really careful this time. And second, does anyone have any better ideas?
I don't.
Well, I guess we've got ourselves a new plan.
Artyom, shall we look for that place you wanted? Sound the horn, then.
We are approaching the Yamantau bunker, the final destination of our long journey. Direct radio contact with the bunker has completely dissolved Miller's resentment towards me for destroying our previous lives. He is eagerly anticipating the meeting with the Minister of Defense he was promised. Probably such things are important for a career officer. The people, though, are less interested.
Looks like this place is completely over. Time to go find the real government bunker, I guess.
Oh, to think I believed those pricks from Hansa. I believed that Moscow was controlled by the HQ, that we were under occupation, that we were still in war, that there were generals here giving orders. What an idiot, suka!
I will repeat my question. What do we do now?
Could we go back to Moscow? Tell them the truth about the war. The government.
They'll shoot us on approach. And even if we do break through, what can we do against Hansa? Who'd believe us with no proof?
What about going back to Volga? We could live there.
What do we do about the locals? They weren't exactly happy to see us there. Do we kill them all? Is anybody here up for that?
Back in Moscow, Artyom had been dreaming of finding a habitable place and building a colony there. Isn't it time we got to it?
The idea is good. But how do we find the place? Just keep traveling? The Aurora needs an overhaul. What do we do if it breaks down?
Satellites!
What satellites? You want to leave the fucking planet?
There's a satellite communication center on the Caspian Sea. It survived the war.
Oh. And if we gain access to the data collected by the satellites...
We won't have to travel randomly. Radiation level maps, even your regular satellite photos could really help us out here.
That's an idea.
What if there is something worse than cannibals there?
Could well be. But first, we're going to be really careful this time. And second, does anyone have any better ideas?
I don't.
Well, I guess we've got ourselves a new plan.
Artyom, shall we look for that place you wanted, huh? Sound the horn, then.
Within yield a spot free from radiation where we could finally settle in peace? I don't know. But what's left for us but hope? The desert is taking its toll. The crew suffers from heat and thirst, and the Aurora is not in her top form. We're out of coal and had to switch to burning available fuel. Old cross ties and twigs.
I'm not in love with this place. Nothing but sand and heat. I feel like shit here. Artyom, a car! Somehow, I don't like this welcome either. Let's go.
They stopped in that village there. Looks like somebody lives there.
I see. How are the men doing, Demir?
Stepan is the worst of. The others are not so well either. Only us here are still in fighting shape.
Thank you. Ada, you and Demir reconnoiter the area. We need to find that damn bunker and hit the road as soon as we do.
We might have a slight problem with hitting the road, Colonel. And there's barely enough water in the boiler to make some tea. And we're all out of coal.
I see. We'll need to address that too. Anna, Demir, one more task. Look for water and fuel. Sam, get the men ready. We need to set up defenses.
Roger that.
See you soon. Just try to be careful, all right?
Artyom, we have to learn who those men with the car are. They do look like regular bandits, but we can't take risks here. The car was headed for the village. Looks like they have a comms relay there, and it should hold some info, which is just what we need now. Move out as soon as you're ready. Crest, can your rail car pull the train?
It might, but really slowly and not for too long. The engine is too weak for the weight, and we don't have much diesel left.
Well, if we had enough diesel, the Aurora wouldn't be needing any help.
How so?
Its firebox was originally designed for taking coal, but it also has high-temperature lining and liquid fuel jets installed.
Why didn't you say so before?
Because you never asked.
Is the injection system in working order?
I would need to check it.
Hi, Artyom.
All clear.
Clear!
So, how'd you find the premises, idiot?
Looks like it used to house a ticket office and lockers. Full of garbage now. Could use some cleaning.
Are you going out? Look here then. This is something I finished just now. Hollowed out a couple of Tiee bullets and filled them with explosive. Some explosive ammo right there. Now, you can do it yourself. It's quite simple. Don't forget to clean your guns regularly. With all this sand around.
Artyom! Wait, I'm coming with you. I think I could use a little walk right now.
Styopa, you can hardly walk. You'd better rest while it's not your shift.
Well, Artyom, I really do feel kinda under the weather now. Maybe next time.
You're right. Artyom and Damir are going out for a simple recon, not a fight.
And what if they get attacked?
Then they'll retreat back to base where you and Sam cover them. So you should rest now.
Yes. You're right, Katya.
How is Stepan doing?
He's got a sunstroke. And he's dehydrated to boot. We should let him rest in a cool place.
The boys are checking the station building now. We'll put him there once they're done.
I hope they finish soon.
Damn, the sun is having a ball today.
Okay, set up the perimeter. You, get to the back of the train. Idiot, you get the engine. I'll clean the place up, then we'll bring Stepan. Cooler than in the train.
Your word is warm, I wish. Shall I commence now?
Commence!
Okay, I be off then.
Алёша,